Look at what's been happening in the world of social media, the tweets and the trends. With me today, Bongi Mogale of SABC Digital News Team. Bongi, good to have you with us again.
Hi.
All right, so a lot's been happening on social media, and the big one that we're starting with today goes without saying.
Yeah, it's been a hairy start to 2016.
Yeah.
Off we go on the 3rd. It starts off with Penny Sparrow. She had written something regarding black beachgoers in Durban. And it's very, very distasteful, very, very derogatory. There's monkey calling, there's all kinds of things going on. Obviously, people take exception to this. What she doesn't realize is that social media feeds off each other. So she initially said the comments on Facebook, they moved on to Twitter. The Twitter backlash was immense. You know, we've had, what happened with her was also that it was then mentioned that, okay, she's an estate agent. So then it moved on to her employers.
Okay.
Do you see? Then her employer saying, no, she's actually not employed with us anymore. So now she's got to be defending herself. She then takes to Facebook again to apologize. But the apology itself is just along the lines of a non-apology. You know, she's actually still just defending her views. This just carries on. She happens to be a member of the Democratic Alliance. They take to social media also. They're like, no, we're going to suspend her. We're going to press criminal charges. The ANC is also going to be pressing criminal charges. Along with all of this, there's also Justin van Vuuren, who shares her views. Basically, these two individuals did not want to see swarms of black people on the beaches.
And they're high-profile South Africans.
Yes, they are. You know, he's a businessman also, Justin van Vuuren. And he also faces a backlash. He also apologizes, but he loses sponsorships because of this that he's gone and done. While we're still dealing with Penny Sparrow, renowned economist Chris Hart, he sends out a tweet. And I think you can see the tweet up there saying that since it's been 25 years, but since apartheid ended, but the victims are increasing with a sense of entitlement and they're hating on minorities. He faces an extreme backlash for this. I think there was a bit of a miscalculation. Had anyone been watching with what was going on social media from last year, obviously with the student protests, people have taken their activism onto social media where there are no boundaries. You can talk to anybody, anyone can pick up your cause. And if you had been paying attention to particularly black Twitter, you know, people where they might feel like my lone voice in actuality is not getting anywhere. When you have this virtual community, it actually is able to get the result.
Because it is exactly that. There are no boundaries with this virtual community. So anybody can get up and say whatever they want to say.
But you will face a backlash.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen Gareth Cliff.
Think before you tweet.
Think before you tweet. As Gareth Cliff found out, he thought that he got into the freedom of speech versus hate speech. Yeah. And it seems to some people that he might have been defending Penny Sparrow.
Yeah.
I don't think he was, but he faced a backlash for it, and he was like, no, I think I have been educated now on the differences of these, and I'm really sorry. Yeah. You know? And
of course, there is that backlash for him. His Idol's contract they're taking a look at that.
Yeah, they're taking a look at that.
So for somebody like him, it is a big backlash.
It is a huge backlash, but just getting back quickly to Chris Hart. What started out as a tweet and what was now like a racial, is it racist, is it not? Then moved on to his professional qualifications. Yeah. You know, I winced a bit when then there were questions about whether he had degrees, whether he was a qualified economist. And then you saw Drum Magazine leaking his supposed exam transcripts.
Oh, goodness.
And all of a sudden then people now, it's like, well, how did somebody who, if it isn't, did his? How did somebody with such kind of mediocre marks have such a high position? So you see, like, it will infiltrate. You can't control it. When you send something out on social media, you have no idea where it's going to land. You cannot control it. You don't know who's going to pick up on things. And in this digital age where you can find any kind of information and they send it out, it is over there. He can never take back what's already in the public sphere.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, well, looking at some better news, all the matric results coming out. That's always an exciting time. Yep. Or nerve-wracking with a bit of excitement too.
Nerve-wracking for the matriculants. I think we had already, I think from the weekend, you know, we were kind of prepared that the results were going to be a little bit not as fantastic as we would have otherwise wanted. You know, the percentage dropped by almost 5 percentage points. But on social media, it was kind of a mixed result, but people are kind of congratulating, you know, kind of like, I think, more of a philosophical approach to the fact that, okay, well, you know, it's dropped, but maybe the standards have gone up, so we really need to just perhaps get this back on an even keel. Was very busy with the results. We were tracking 2 hashtags, Matric 2015 and also Matric results. The more popular one was the Matric results one. There were 24,000 tweets that were sent out in total over the 6th and the 7th. And over with Matric 2015, which was 12,000 tweets. It's still busy, not as busy, obviously, as what we had with the races and stuff, but people are commenting about this thing. We understand the importance of these results and where these children's future is going to go.
And they are at that age where everything is social media,
Yes.
Twitter, Facebook.
Yes.
And then, of course, we have to wrap. We're running out of time. But then, of course, we had other big stories, the cricket, the Proteas, and Hashim Amla resigning. Also, this incredible heat wave that we've been having, which
Yes.
hopefully will be coming to an end.
Yep.
But Bongi, thank you very much for coming in. Our Bongi Mogale from SABC Digital News.
Thank you.